Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of lifestyle vlogs, motherhood vlogs, but I do a couple of budgeting videos every single month. This is my August budget recap. I'm gonna take you through what we actually spent in August, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it was very tight. With that, I wanna get going. However, couple disclaimers I feel like I need to make them. Ben is right outside with Ivy in her little play pen thing. So I don't know how long she'll last. She's in a big mom mood. The other thing is, you might be able to hear it. The cicadas are revolting against the fact that it is September and it is almost not summer anymore, so they will be going away. So they're making so much noise right now. So if you hear that, it just is what it is. For some reason, the trees we have in our yard love cicadas, which by the way, one smacked me in the chest the other day right after I had my breast biopsy, and I had been having a really hard day, and I was just like, are you kidding? So let's jump into this video. I'll kind of tell you guys what happened in August, why we were so tight. If you didn't know, this month my husband started having some health issues, and Ivy has really been struggling with sleep. I had to get a breast biopsy. So there was just like a lot of stuff that happened, a lot of stressful stuff, and quite a few things that kind of kicked us out of budget. So yeah, September might be a little bit off too, but I'm hoping that August was the worst of it. Let's jump into this. I'll show you guys what happened and we can go from there. Okay, here we go. So I was expecting to bring in about $11,000 this month. We did bring in a little bit less. So a big reason for that is because one of the payments that we were supposed to get didn't come through on time. We actually got it today, but it'll be in my September budget. Cora, lay down. Cora's leg isn't doing super great, which is not good after a $5,000 surgery. And obviously I want her to feel good. That's the whole reason we got the surgery. Anyway, we didn't get a payment that we were supposed to get. And I mean, you can see how much of it we didn't get. It's a little annoying, but to be honest, right now, we just push that straight into savings anyway. So it's not that big of a deal, but in the future, it'll be a big deal if it's late because it's gonna be a part of our budget, but we're not there quite yet. That'll happen when the loans start again, like federal loans. Those cicadas are so loud. They're driving me insane. It looks like Ben's income was like 83 cents more than we thought. And then nothing else was off. It looks like we were in the negative of $19 of miscellaneous, as something must have been off from my previous budget. So anyway, that's just like where that comes from. So we brought in $10,867. Last month. That was almost $900 less than we were anticipating, and a lot of it was savings. So you'll see at the end that I put quite a bit away in savings in the middle of the month, which is when I'm doing my savings right now, because our rent comes out at the beginning of the month and it's a huge chunk of money. It's basically almost all of Ben's paycheck. So I can't pull out the savings or the rollover at that time because I could like overdraw our account. So I leave it in, and now I'm gonna pull savings, and in the future, any extra debt payments will come out in the middle of the month, just to make sure that nothing happens. You know, if like something happens and something pulls in our account, we're not prepared for it. I just don't want that to happen. So as far as our fixed expenses go, they're fairly similar to what they should be. Our rent, which is insane. Our renter's insurance for some reason was more than I thought it was gonna be. Looks like Netflix, this got changed around a little bit. Ben actually added something else because he's been watching TV more with not feeling well. He's been watching like anime stuff, which I don't watch. So he got like HBO Max for now. So that's that. Kindle Unlimited, I've actually been using quite a bit. Apple apps. This is just like a bunch of apps. Mostly Ben's. I think I probably have one or two apps that like renew every year, but he usually is the one that uses apps. And then Google Drive is his as well. Internet 75, phones, yeah, nothing else is wrong. The other thing here that's super annoying is Weight Watchers. For some reason, and I don't know how, I signed up for like a 6-month term, which already was longer than I should have signed up, but I just I fell into the marketing and I did it. And I tried to cancel the other day and they told me that I had to pay through February, and I started using Weight Watchers this February. So that would mean I would be paying for a full year, which doesn't make any sense. I tried to email them and all I got was like a robot answer and no one to be able to reply to. It literally said, don't reply to this email, we won't respond. So I have to call them and I just haven't had time, but there's a chance that I'm gonna have to pay $23 every month until February for an app I'm not using. And I'm gonna do a video soon about like my weight loss and stuff like that, and I'm gonna have quite the Weight Watchers rant. And yeah, that's about it. So we spent $3,000, $31,1095 in fixed expenses, most of that being rent, and we were about $16 over budget. Debt, really the only thing, these two were off. I'm guessing Ben's student loans aren't fixed like mine are, so they change a little bit here and there, so it looks like they're off by about $850. These loans will be restarting in October, which when I show you the October budget, I'll explain to you how much more we'll be paying in debt, but for now they're still zero. So moving on to variable expenses, as you can see, there's a lot of red. There's always a lot of red, but like there's a lot of red. So we were over budget on groceries by about $60. This shouldn't say that anymore. And we were way over budget on Costco because I did 2 trips. I basically did the September trip early. I would prefer not to do a September trip again, but we'll see. With Ben's health, he has been eating a lot more snacks versus actual food, and a lot of the snack food we get is from Costco. So I've done 2 trips this month, which is way more money than I wanted to spend, obviously both of which being well over my $250 budget. So that was a big expense we weren't anticipating this month. All of this stuff really is a big expense we weren't anticipating with Ben's health. It has kind of just thrown everything through a loop. But so far, we're not like going into debt like we did last time. So fingers crossed that that will continue. He did work all week. In fact, today's Friday. He's done with work here soon. He did work all week, so that's good. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. Restaurants and coffee shops, if you watched my video I just put up the other day about goals, I said that we were under budget here, and then the next day we ordered Uber Eats, and initially someone was gonna pick it up for us, so we wouldn't have been over budget, but then they weren't able to, so we ended up paying a ton for Uber Eats delivery. But as you can see, we had quite a bit of delivery food, which is why things are way more expensive than if you just pick them up. But with Ben being sick, we haven't really left the house, and he was having like some panic issues and some like physical issues as well. And he didn't feel comfortable with me leaving the house, with himself leaving the house. He's still kind of feeling that way, not as bad as he was, but so anyway, that's it. Just a couple times we just like literally didn't have food, or we needed a minute. I'm still really happy with this, because if you've watched my videos, when is the last time I've only spent $130 on takeout? I should only spend $130 on takeout, but I tend to spend a lot more. So I feel like this was okay. It could have been much worse. I'm not mad about it. Medication and supplements, we were over budget by $277, again with Ben being sick. One of these things was my LDN, which is a new medication I'm taking. I paid for 3 months of it, which is $100, but it saved us like $30, I think, doing it that way. And then Ben put in this full script order, Amazon supplements and whole health supplements. And then one, we both get Seed, which is about $100. So between these 2 things, oh, and my thyroid pills also came out. So between like the normal stuff, my LDN was $100, Seed was $100, and my thyroid pill is like $7. So it still would have been over the $200 budget. So I'm probably gonna have to up this, because if we get any type of extra supplement, obviously it's over budget. Household, way over budget, $305 over budget. A lot of Target trips, a lot of diapers. Oh, and I bought a Ninja Creamy, which I have been using quite a bit, but that was like $180 that I had not budgeted for. So we did go quite a bit over budget on household. I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm still trying to figure out how much stuff is. Honestly, Ivy goes through so much formula right now, and we buy not cheap diapers. It's expensive to have a baby, and I'm still trying to figure that out. We were under budget on beauty because basically I got a manicure and pedicure and that's all we spent. Ben didn't get a haircut this month. We were under budget on personal spending, which we don't normally spend much. To be honest, we actually spent a bit more, but as you can see, I have $102. That was my Skims refund for 2 bras that I sent back that didn't fit. So we actually did spend $100 in personal this month because I bought a case for my phone, I bought a different bra, and I bought part of Ivy's costume for Halloween. But it still was less than the Skims refund, so that's why it looks like we only spent $33. Here's the big kahuna. We were almost $700 over budget on doctors. One of those being Ben was charged a $100 missed appointment fee because he had a panic attack on the way to his doctor appointment and could not make it, and they charged us $100 for it. He went to acupuncture twice, which was $50 total, and then appointments for Ivy. This irritates me. Y'all know that I love my chiropractor in Raleigh. I really, really do. And I don't know how I didn't catch on to this. I think that I knew that she hadn't charged me for all of this stuff, but I assumed she would at some point because sometimes she would charge me like without telling me, like it would just come out of my account, which is what I wanted. And other times she wouldn't. And all of a sudden I get a bill for almost $400, $360. Because apparently I didn't pay for any of Ivy's chiropractic appointments because they had her set up under a different account. Anyway, super boring stuff, but basically a $360 doctor bill that I was not anticipating from January through May when we moved. It's just annoying that it wasn't like I had budgeted that money every month and it wasn't being pulled out. And then this month I didn't budget for that because we haven't lived in Raleigh for almost 3 months now, and now I get charged for it. So I was a little bit annoyed about that, but whatever, we had the money. I'm grateful for that. So that was unexpected. The other thing that was unexpected was $180 for, actually this isn't even for my breast biopsy. This was just for the breast ultrasound that I had to have done for the biopsy. I haven't even been charged for the biopsy yet. I don't know how much that's gonna be. Maybe my insurance covered that. I have no idea. I should probably look. So that was $180 that I wasn't anticipating. And then therapy was 6 sessions, 4 of which were mine, 2 of which were Ben's. Thankfully we have insurance that covers that. So very over budget on that. Wanted to kind of break that apart so you could understand. We were under budget on utilities, and then we were over budget on car, which is funny because we didn't get any gas this month. That tells you that like we literally have not left the house besides me going to the doctor for like my breast biopsy and my ultrasound. We don't really leave the house, which is annoying. I'm hoping we'll be able to soon. So we didn't pay for any gas, but I had to get my license, and car registration was the big kahuna because Illinois is annoying. But $323 to register our car here. Cora and Finn, so this is actually part of it. $48 of this is technically all we spent, and we didn't spend any money in miscellaneous. With variable expenses, we spent $4,451, which was $1,400 over budget. Miscellaneous section, I might redo my budget at some point, by the way, because these 2 sections could be together, but this is just how I have it right now. I had budgeted $50 for my friend's birthday. I was gonna get her something, but then she asked for people to make a donation to one of her like charities, or actually I think it's a place that she works at. So I donated $25 to that, and then I also sent her $25 on Venmo. You can do like a little gift card on Venmo for her to like do something for herself. I don't know if she will, but she's not, I just feel like I wanted to give her an opportunity to like buy herself lunch or something like that. Savings, I pushed over $2,000. So even though, as you'll see in a minute, if you're already looking down here, we were very close to being in a dangerous place this month, I did still put $2,000 to savings. So I feel like that's really good. $420 is how much in taxes I had to pay based on how much I brought in. So I put that into my business savings account in Ally. So spent $2,400 in miscellaneous between savings, taxes, and birthday. So in total, we spent $10,802 this month, $2,000 of that being savings. So we technically spent about $8,800 this month, which was over budget for sure. And we only had $65 of rollover. I don't remember the last time that our rollover was this small. So, but yeah, we had a like dangerous month. This could have been very dangerous. Thankfully we have savings, so we could have pulled it from there, but this is the type of month that got us in trouble when we didn't have savings. This is the type of month that we would pull and put stuff on credit card. So I am grateful that we have a savings. I'm grateful that we didn't end up needing to do that. But yeah, and like I said, we didn't get $877 of stuff that we were supposed to get. So we're technically very tight, but it was because of that missed payment. And then, like I said, a lot of these things because of Ben's health stuff. That is what our August budget recap looks like. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and seeing what happened this month, why it happened, and moving into September. I know when I made my September budget video, I was pretty emotional. As of right now, it looks like Ben will be able to work and won't, knock on wood, have to take a leave of absence. We'll see if something happens in the next couple of weeks. He's started seeing some doctors and therapists. Our doctor budget is going to go up quite a bit, but I'm hoping that he'll still be able to work. As of right now, we're moving forward with our September budget, but you guys will see that at the end of the month. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.